So hi and welcome to my channel. Hasn't started yet. Hi and welcome to my channel, Hisame Artwork. Today I'm going to continue to cover page 27 from my comic book Niels Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures, which you can read here on the past. Actually, they changed their name to Tapas. It's no longer Tapastic. So actually, I gotta remember to change my. I gotta change them. Tapas. Tapas, where are you, Tapas? Change this real quick before I forget. There we go. The info banner below. Now I started a comic in Photoshop, so a lot of the stuff I have it in Photoshop and translate into Clip Studio Paint. Like, you can take Clip Studio Paint files and turn them into Photoshop, but you can't really turn it around. You lose the vectors and stuff like that. But every now and then there's like a hiccup and it changes and there's an error and it doesn't save. Like this one here is a smart object. It's episode or vector form. Go into Clip Studio Paint, turns it into raster, unfortunately. So this guy here, it's a custom brush I made specifically for this comic. I've been able to translate it into a Clip Studio Paint brush. Where is it? There we go. Unfortunately, the comic, because like I said, I started in Photoshop and then I'm Clip Studio Paint. And the clouds here. And unfortunately, I really don't have the blending feature. It gives me these ugly browns instead of giving me nice pinks, which I'm not happy about. Oh, hi Kirani. Can you hear me okay? Video good? loading for some reason. Just had it on refresh. Let me check YouTube. Yeah, maybe YouTube works better. And I really want to get that dark cloud because it gets really dark where it's not lit. And it's a really nice effect. Now I don't want to spend too much on this because I just have so much more to color in the other one panels. So I don't want to spend too much on it. Come on, select. There we go. Which layer did it? There we go. Now. Come on. Working on here. Yeah, it's working now. Good. I'm glad. There we go. Okay, good. So how have you been, Kiran? I was thinking about you the other day. YouTube crashed on you twice. Yeah, I've heard other people about YouTube crashing, so I don't know. I also if that's any help, if that one works. Let's see, Picarto. You've been good? Yeah, I'm glad. Because I remembered you said you were gonna tag me when you post something, but I don't remember what you were about. Lots of work, still insanity as kids are unpredictable. How about you? I'm glad you're doing good and you're getting your projects done. I'm really happy. Community work. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. Because I couldn't remember what you were talking about, and I kind of looked on your page and was like, what was it about? What was I don't remember. Didn't miss anything. Let's select that. Make it significantly darker. So it's been a lot of busy work, but I sort of want to be a week behind with posting. And a lot of geeky educational stuff with kids. Oh, that's awesome. I love gardening. Then I'm super happy. Hi Anna, how are you? Ah, why isn't it moving? Okay. And hold. So I'm gonna wind this a bit. Panel. So hi Anna, how are you doing? Otherwise some days it's hard to keep up with the flow. Always be seeming like I have current updates. Love you, do you gardening this year? I felt like Newton this morning. Love the comic. So, Kirani said hi Anna. I don't know if you can see the little chat there. I'm so tired. Oh, that's very good. Good for you. I've been wanting to bike also, but get a chance. Hopefully we'll be able to go this weekend. No, I didn't get to do any more gardening simply because I don't have a garden anymore, like at all. Like the last of the garden that I have, I don't have that anymore. Kirani does gardening. Yes, she. Oh, I don't know, Kirani, if you saw Anna's posts. She has like a bunch of flowers that she grew and they look lovely. I unfortunately don't have a garden like at all anymore. And no build, I have to check. Yeah, she grew some lilies that look really great. Summer garden party. Yeah, they dug up my a garden at all of any kind. Sadly. But yeah, maybe again. I would really like that. I also I kind of fool around in that. I have enough peppers for the entire block, like 100 plants. I grew too many. Like, where did you have room in the house for that or in the garden? Like, you do need a lot of space for these. Plastic water jugs. I can put 2 plants per that. Interesting. Like I did all of my planting when I was in a city in the balcony, but like I never had enough room to grow anything worth eating. Shadow. Come on. Oh, I'm stuck on that layer. And I'm gonna select this and fill it. There we go. Because they love the extra warmth from the shallowness of the container. Nice. I never owned property, but I always wanted to, so for the last 5-6 years had been exploring the possibility of small spaces. Yeah, I've never owned property either, but uh, still wanted to grow wherever I could. Yeah, our landlord's being extra cool and all the neighbors are joining in. Raised beds. Yeah, I love raised beds. They seem like so easy and convenient. I would love to have some one day. Trying to get my polymer done so we can put them outside. Fairy garden. Ah, yeah. Of YouTube tutorials about that. But not having a garden, I just really uh, did any polymer fairies. I'll try and see if I can do some sharp shading. The coloring always. I'm experimenting here, so let's see if I can do what I'm hoping for. Like I did it in a previous page. And I had like the opacity at 80%. And yeah. May you all have a lovely day. Good luck with the rest of the stream. We're napping, so I gotta hop on. Aw, thanks for coming by to say hi. Have a lovely day as well. Projects. Hope you get a wonderful harvest. And tag me in the picture so I can see it too. I'd love to see it. Okay, and I'm gonna move this back up his nose. There we go. And erase a bit here. I need more. Okay, let's step back, see how it looks. Looks okay. I think here a bit. Yeah. Although I like the idea of having like a little bit of light here. And go to the previous layer and gonna have to turn this off so I can like some color here. Again, I don't want to spend too much. Simply because it's not going to be visible. I'm going to have this shadow coming over. And the background, I think I'm gonna have to do a hard shadow there as well. And gonna have to get a window from somewhere. Gonna look in a previous page, not this one. Page 25. Yep, there it is. And I'm gonna get the line art from there. So it's ink. Make sure. Okay, panel 3. And now I'm gonna duplicate the layer. And I have distort. That's a bit too much. Because underneath is gonna be the table. And now I'm gonna right here window. And unfortunately, in reality, the colors are pretty crappy, but now hindsight, I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have gone a bit courageous with the colors. Because reality kind of sucks. Background, I'm gonna cut the excess that I don't need. For window color, I'm gonna need 100. There we go. I got no thickness here, so I'm gonna have to invent one. And in the ink, gonna have to do another layer and call it sky. And I'm gonna have these lovely oranges there. And go. And I think I may have to kind of do a layer there as well. Because actually it's gonna be different. The way the light comes. Like I should have had the reference image, but I don't, so I'm kind of winging. But actually this wall is gonna be darker than the other one that's getting hit by light. So this will be darker. And so this layer is gonna get the light. Okay, and now tricky part. Let's see. I can like build that. And so I have like light hitting him fully in the face. I think I'm gonna go 20%. There we go. It's a lot more subtle, not as harsh. And this one's gonna be in his face, sort of. Maybe I'll go for light. Again, another layer with sharp shadow. Now, did I save this one? I don't think so. So 100% normal, and I got it. Which is shadow, twilight, morning, I should say. It's gonna be 80 and more. And now I'm just gonna erase all the extra. And this normal 100%. I don't even know where to start. Like this part, it's gotta be lit for sure. Okay. So it's a pretty complex shape, so I'm having difficulty imagining the end result, but slowly but it. If I go start with his face, would be easier maybe. Get an idea. His nose. I'm gonna push that back. So I can get his cheek and I forget this body part here. In English, how is it called? Ah, can't remember. What was it called? Chin. There we go. I don't have it. Okay. Didn't skip any of them. Now this is gonna get a little bit difficult here. I kind of wanna show his hairs in really in different states. Like I don't know if his hair was curly, but he kind of looks like in the picture in the paintings he commissioned for. So he seemed to like having curly hair, wavy. Not sure how much pampering he could afford at the time. Like, in the story, he's 41, so he is established as a great scientist, but he's not having the best financial. Like a bit later on, he became master of mint and such. Put some little light in his eyes. I guess I should. He's not a dead fish. So humid. Now the roof for him. And it's already 4. The coloring takes so much time. Like this is easy. What's hard is doing the shading as usual. And I gotta do so I've got the rooster's feet. Okay, let's see. I never colored a rooster, so this should be fun. Also, it's a shape I'm not really familiar with. I kind of have the colors laid down and, you know, kind of decide how I want it to look. And it kind of went from, no, I'll keep it in the dark spectrum even if it kind of went light a bit. Simply because it confuses with the volumes what exactly shape it is. Because it's gonna be pretty small and I want it to be clear the shape and what animal it is. It's definitely a very beautiful animal. I think those that are red color are just for show. Like, I don't think they're used for laying eggs. I think they're different breeds. But yeah, some of them can be so beautiful. They look like peacocks. It's colors that I appreciate much more than on a peacock. Simply because I'm kind of liking warm colors more than colors. It's just the preference I'm currently having. Like, my preferences in colors change in time. I've noticed. See if I can get in there a bit. Seems to look better if I do. Okay, and so in the background, I'm gonna have Newton's house, but mm, see what I can do. Hmm. This should be like Trinity College. I need to change the brush first of all. But I will leave it as so. Frankly, because I'm not sure what I would see from that angle. So this is basically what I would see. But much like you would have the street, much darker purple. one's gonna be and it's gonna be the chimneys. I got 1, 2. Do I want to 3? Although we kind of have light on it. So let's see if I can do this. So it's something like that. It's a doohickey on top, and then doohickey lower here. And then it's a straight thingy. Hey Dragon, how are you? Can you hear me okay? And in the courtyard will be kind of green stuff. Gotta select this one, okay. So I'm gonna have like so. Oh, okay, you can hear me. Tuesday? It's Thursday. Yeah. I'm doing well also. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Put a layer of this. No. Damn. And the undo does not bring back a swatch, which sucks. I gotta get it from here again. Normal. New swatch. Shadow. Morning. Okay, and gotta take it back to and multiply. And boom. Multiply and 80. Doing I think I'm gonna change all of those oranges to, I'm gonna turn them to purple, but without how I'm gonna do that, maybe with color, hue, and yep, there it is, hue. I will replace this background, not sure. Normal, I'll put it hue. Cause it was clashing with the rooster. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna... I think I'm just gonna delete it. Come on, delete. Ugh. That background was horrible. So you can like put this one and not rotate him at all. I don't know which direction roosters sing. Front building color and ink. There we go. Panel 1, and I move it to panel 2. Something like that. And I guess I can put a bit. So how's it been going, Spino? How well, it's good to have a bit of getting some relaxation, some good weather. Let's see if I can get, maybe screen will do better. My dad's job now. I don't know. I was still a student. I don't know why I remember that. Sorry. Mm. Oh, building ink was too long, and I wrote on the wrong layer. There's too much color overlapping. It's not good. Like, I wanted the color to be mainly on it. I should have made duplicates. Oh, roof. Let's see if I can. I hate it when Photoshop goes back to the last layer. Like, I don't want you to go to the last layer. I want. Got my front lawn again. They're always repairing something. There's always a problem. They're kind of adjusted. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do the shadow for this. Okay, like I don't want to keep doing the really sharp shadow because it's really strong. And I don't want that to be kind of the style of the comic. And now the gang. And where are my plant brushes? They were below here somewhere. There it is. See if I can get a build there. Okay. Like too close to gray. And not that much to purple. is looking decent. Like, I definitely had something else in my head that looked a lot better, but it was in a different style, like more painted. Well, for this one I haven't been able to nail it down. Okay. Oh, I'm on wrong layer. A bit on Newton. There we go. And stick that with multiply. What exercise can give in a drawing without manga? Sorry, I don't understand the question. Can you please tell me what you meant? Photoshop froze for a second there. I was panicking. Didn't remember if I saved. Saturday there in the library to thank all the teacher. I have to do so 1 hour and a half. Well, if it's a reunion, why do you teach anything at all? I mean, well, usually at reunions, you know, we just eat and talk and have fun. I'm thinking what exercise I can give to people who won't be all my ex-students. Well, I think collaborations are always fun where you work with other people because it's a game that's interactive and you share together in an experience to show how classes were and promote the lessons to new people. Well, like I said, I think the collaborations are a way of doing that because, you know, they kind of learn they do a collaboration like um students and new students together, and you kind of give them something to do together as a team, and that will encourage them to talk and maybe experience you gave them in the past. So you can do a switch around collab in the teams, or you can do kind of a color me collab, because the switch around collab took way too long. um I think a color me collab will be shorter because you only have 2 steps instead of 3, and you draw something simple like a portrait or a flower or a teapot. They can choose whatever they want. I mean, I don't think necessarily for you to teach something, because what can you teach that uh, both students, like, either it will be too advanced, or so you kind of have to do something in between that's not gonna be satisfying for either of them. I think. Yeah, you can do something, you can give them something that you already have, so like they can trade between groups and see, oh, that group did it better, not as good, or something like that. Um, Different things, like some of them are good at faces, some are good at flowers, so it might not be very even, and some of them get upset that they didn't have, and they feel bad about themselves, and that's not gonna help anybody really. They can experience all the aspect, I thought. Yeah. And if they aren't good, one out and good at out and half will pass. I don't know what you meant by that. Yeah, since you know it's not medical school, it's not engineering school, um, then the students need to feel good done. You know, it's not important how competent they leave your class. All a bunch of opinions about what is good art. I mean, it's great when they can leave with a skill set that they can use, but you're not doing professional school. So I don't know. I don't think you need to aim increasing their skill set and proficiency and stuff like that. Like you need to make them feel happy that they've learned something, that they're better now at. If they're beginners, they'll spend and inking. Yeah, and I guess you can introduce Color Me collab that we have in the Facebook group if they want to kind of practice with this after the event. You know, if they liked what they did, you know, you can like point them, hey, we have more like these if you want to join us online. Kind of give them some optional homework. Because in the Color Me collab, you know, you can see like what the other guys did. And kind of improve your. And you can ask questions like, hey, how'd you do or that style? Do you think I can use those line arts in the future? Sure. And I have on the blog, if you click line art, it will take you to the artist. Okay. Like I don't know if some of the artists, all of them are gonna be. Remember, May Ingrid being totally against any commercialized art, and she had, I don't remember which line art, the one with the butterfly, so I don't think you can use that one if you're getting money. You can use my line arts, I'm happy to give them to you. You can use Jun, I'm gonna be upset about it. um but you know, if it's just for fun, I think none of the artists are against it. Getting paid and you want to use them as class material, I think some of the artists are gonna, if they ever find out, because some of them were really touchy about this stuff, like, but whatever, you know, some people are really ooh. Point, they're afraid that you're gonna take advantage of them. Because you know, I don't own these line arts, so I've been trying to help everybody. I'm sure Anne, Maria will not mind this. I mean, you can talk to her, ask her what she thinks. I'm sure she won't mind, you know, it will be other, you know, beginner artists like, hey, you know, there are other Italian people that are painting and look at the awesome stuff they're doing. Like, You know, Italians are good artists. Michelangelo and um, Leonardo da Vinci, and we're still good at painting. So I think it would be useful as encouragement as well, and also to see like what other artists their style is, and like Ingrid and the northern countries. Show them. I have a bunch of line arts that I put out for people. Let me see, where is it? I have freebies. Some freebies, there they are. And line arts, and I can put some more line arts for you if you want. Yeah, line arts for sure. So these line arts that I put here, you can definitely use them more. I have a ton of them. I just didn't have time, so let me know if you want to use them so I can put up some more line arts. It takes a bit, but I can put them up for you. I just didn't have time to put them up. When do you want to use them so I know how to time? Hi June, no problem. Happy to have you. Do you want these to be uploaded? Like I said, you have to tell me for when you need them so I know how to schedule. Have you been, June? Mm, can you hear me okay now? I was asking how have you been? Again, words are missing. Until autumn there is time. I'll give this coloring. Anna, can you hear me? PC. Dated OBS. I got 19 version and I got the 62-bit. Maybe that needs an update. Like I've been told it now to say since I have um, the updated version. On your PC it works. Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't work on a PC. Like, does it use that on his Lenovo? Did not show the images like screen capture. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I have display capture. It used to, but now it's display capture. Yeah, I don't know. They keep changing the names and stuff. We tried both edition, the old studio and the new one. Sorry, I have no idea. Video lags in my phone, so I can't tell when audio stopped or video is charging. Might be some feature of his laptop. Could be. Well, this is how the page looks. I still have some details to color here. Oh, and I have to draw the the thingy, the blue stuff. And I'm gonna shift it a bit to purple. Willow, sun, and mountain. Are you gonna wanna broadcast June? Do you think hold up to that? Or did he just wanted to record his computer screen? Because it's good for recording stuff. Both recording and broadcasting. your internet holds out for that. Um, like, what should I draw on the other side? I will, just because I have no idea what else to draw. This was a pretty difficult page to color. I didn't get exactly what I had something else in mind. They didn't translate that well on paper, on the canvas. But you can't really experiment in a comic. You have to be consistent with. So it's pretty much what I've been trying to do, and I have my swatches here. The June, the jam disappeared from uh, the bread, I now realize. So I'm gonna add some jam here, in the porridge as well. Oops. No. Mice has licked it off. Yeah. There might be a job for Irwin yet. Like, Newton is definitely not a cat person in my comic. So I had some in the bowl, and I'm gonna have to erase that line. Oh, in page 28, does Erwin feel sick or is he just tired? Tired, yeah, he's a fat house cat. So here he fell on his face because he tripped or something like that. And here he's out of breath and it's kaput. If you've ever done uh, jogging, uh, yeah, I know the feeling, yeah. Oh, it's not a fun feeling. When I was little, I had to wake up at 6 in the morning, ground um, by 7, so I'll have to take the bus to get there. And then I'll have to run in a circus in the cold in the morning. It was so much. My mom made me do it, obviously, to be healthy and stuff like that. And I watched that. I hated it so much that I actually got sick on purpose just so I wouldn't have to go to training anymore because I hate running in a circle like a ham. It's so boring and I just hate it. Mom kind of caught on to the fact that I was getting sick on purpose. I don't know how she found out. Might be one of those mother sixth senses stuff. When you've been doing something wrong, like they know. I didn't hate gym class. I was annoyed that sometimes we had. I mean, it's not really their fault that they're stupid. I would blame more the parents. Uh, Stupid people that became gym teachers. Nice and they were good, and they wouldn't make us do stupid things that damaged our health. And they would let us play fun games instead of just running around in circles. Because we're not prison inmates, we're kids. Yeah, I dislocated my hip because she didn't put enough mattresses for us, and I took on my hands because I have a fat ass and very skinny arms. On your hands or I'll fail you in my class, my very important class, because of all of the other things you're studying. Sports is the most important. Like screw science, sports is the most important. Maybe it was in the during communist regime, but not anymore in the present time. And anyway, I fell on the wooden floor, unable to walk for a long time properly. I had to go to the doctor in place because I was in such pain constantly. So yeah, it's you have to take care of these things because like kids, they're not professionals. They don't know how to do some things. You have to explain to them. That's why you're the teacher. My mom was a good sports teacher. Like, you know, she taught me how to run properly, which is very important. Like, I've seen so many people who don't know how to run, and I'm like, how do you not know how to run? And apparently, it's something that you have to be taught. I mean, apparently, you don't. You're not born knowing that. Like I thought that you know people are born they're born knowing how to talk. Apparently it's not like that. My mom unfortunately wasn't a sports teacher where I was going to school. She was at, which I can't say I feel too bad about that. Having your parents at school is always. Yeah. I don't know how you call it either. Uh, we call it tumba. But of course, without teaching me, yeah, they have to teach you this first, not, you know, like, oh, go and do it. I'm sure you're gonna do fine. Even though you've never done this in life. You know, some teachers just don't care. They're there to do the bare minimum so they can get their paycheck, and that's it. And I think it's very, you know, teachers and doctors are a very important job in my opinion. Uh, Sleep through it. It's very important to the future of someone else. You can't really play with these things. Does it go desaturated? Why Photoshop? Why do you give me crappy colors? This is what I don't like about it. It doesn't keep the intensity of a color. And then we just that. Teacher applied the state, so the salaries always arrive no matter what they do. After living in the USA, um, I kind of think that the government for certain jobs is better because the students here in the USA, um, their view on the matter is, oh, I pay you, so you have to give me my degree, no matter who I am. They think that they're buying a degree and therefore they don't need to actually learn anything. And they come out of school not knowing because the university doesn't want to fail them, because if they are dropped out, then they lose clients. And of course, the university doesn't want to have any dropouts because they don't want to lose clients. For all colleges, they have like a very different system. Like you have community, which are funded by the state. The university where my husband works, it is partially funded by the state and partially by the students. They think the USA school is cool. They don't know how much it costs, I think, and how hard it um, get a job that pays enough for you afterwards. It's not so cool for the people living here and having to pay for education. I mean, sure, you get scholarships, but it doesn't cover need an education. And the job market is very difficult and hard at the moment. So it's just a total imbalance that people are in new fields of industry like programming, like I don't know, green energy or whatever industries are new now in because the old industries are getting more and more automated. And so jobs in car manufacturing and a lot of manufacturing, the jobs are disappearing because you have robots that do it a lot faster than humans can. Yeah, in movies, parents are always saving money for college. Well, yeah, they have to because it's such a big investment, and there's money back in that investment. The child is not able to find a job in the field that they've. What I find cool is the fact that in USA schools you decide what classes you want to attend. Well, it's not. If you are an organized person, then yeah, that's a good thing. If you're a moron, you end up taking classes you need and not actually learning what you need to learn, and you end up in a very weird and stupid situation. Some of the physics professors that are here at Central Michigan University and also at history, I was talking to a teacher from history and she was like, Oh, Americans are so stupid. They don't even know where Paris is or where. Oh my God, Americans are so stupid. And I was like, how do they get into university if they don't know where the continents and where countries are? And she was like, well, they're not history students, they're business students or engineering students. And much history at school, they only do American history, so they don't know anything else outside of it. And they took my class for history because they needed the credits. An easy class. So you end up with this situation where you have imbeciles that kind of take advantage of every loophole to think are making their lives easier, but actually they're not, because instead of taking classes that they take classes that they don't need and don't care about, so they leave without knowing much at all of anything. Um, and because American schools carry a prestige, you have a lot of rich Chinese and rich Saudi Arabians that come here at the American universities and they don't know anything. They can barely speak English. I don't know how they attend classes. Speak English, and they keep getting funding, probably because, you know, their family is connected back. And some students, you know, that didn't know much of anything, then they go on to do their PhD in Cambridge or something like that, just because they have like cooperations between countries that, you know, you take my student, you teach them, and we're friends, and I give you money. It's like Saudi Arabia gave Cambridge University from UK a whole bunch of money to take some female. So you have like female physicists in Saudi Arabia, and their grades aren't that great. The teachers find them um, frustrating to work with because they're missing a lot of information and they're not really there to actually learn. They're like, I don't know, because they're coming from a corrupt country and they kind of want to do these exchanges. Like it's the same in Romania as well, you know, they don't actually know much, but they send them with funding because they don't actually send students that actually know things and have good grades and so on and so forth. And it was the same when I was in economics academy. It was the same when I talked to them. They were abysmally retarded, and they would retarded and sometimes, but then on the list they would have big grades. I don't think it's as corrupt in the US and Cambridge in the UK, US and Cambridge, how these things work, and I wouldn't be surprised if more prestigious countries have low level petty crimes when it comes to money. And just shifting it one and just shifting it. That's how it is. That's how it is. Now I would like some little stars up there. And I'm gonna go to page 26. Where did my stars go? I don't know how universities. I don't. Well, you can rest assured. Sometimes your mafia actually works better than the government you have. Actually works. I've heard stories about. Uh, the government is corrupt. They're not taking care of their citizens. They're not taking care of the mafia. Actually, taking care of people better. Taking care. Some are good, some are bad. Some teachers are very bad. Teachers are very bad everywhere. And it's also, very hard. How do you determine a good teacher? Uh, in my opinion, a good it's, makes you remember, you know, leave their class. You know more than you did when you entered. And and learn. And you don't just memorize stuff. Memorize stuff. Person that teaches you how to think better. Better. Maybe in the future I will regret not having attended the university. Yeah, I closed the door. I closed the university. Any that can help you specialize in a field is important. Like, even though I'm not thrilled about the universities that I've attended, about the university that I know now, I learned by myself, not in university. They learned by myself things that you learn while working, and you can also learn them while in university. While in here. So, if you can go to university, if you, is my opinion. Even if it's a crap university, uh, you're still gonna learn something. You're still gonna consider the cost. Like, if it costs ridiculous amounts of money, like ridiculous amount, go. You're throwing money out the window most of the time. But if you're in a country like Romania or France or Germany or Romania or France, civilized countries that have minimums, yeah, go. You will learn a lot. Even if you will learn a lot, you'll learn stuff. Okay, so this was it for today. I think I'm going to I don't like how it looks, so let me just fill that in. So this was it for today. Today is Thursday. Next week, as always, we're getting a new line art. We're getting a new. If you have any questions, let me know. It's okay, Dragon. It's okay, Dragon. Be on Tuesday, same time as always. 3 to 5 p.m. Michigan, USA time. Go. So I don't forget. Shaded. Okay. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week.